morning, everyone. My name is Thaisa Kelly.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thaisa Kelly. I'm CEO at Monarch Housing Associates. It is truly a pleasure to be here, and it really is an honor for us to be part of this project. At Monarch, we really do believe that housing is a human right, and nobody should experience homelessness in this state. We coordinate the annual point in time count in the last Wednesday of January, so it's coming up January 29th in a couple of weeks. And it's a day where we count all of the people that we can identify that are experiencing homelessness in the state of New Jersey. So the count for 2025 is coming up, but when we looked at the numbers of the folks that we identified in 2024, we identified 518 veterans that were experiencing homelessness. Now for some folks, some people might say 518 is not a huge number. And in some respects it's not. It's something that we can manage, something that we can address. But 518 veterans, if you ask me, is too many. 518 veterans too many that are experiencing homelessness, and we should really have no veterans that are experiencing homelessness. So Monarch comes in. We are a nonprofit organization that works throughout the state to help support, one, supporting communities in addressing and ending homelessness, and two, helping partners to develop and create affordable and supportive housing that supports those who are most vulnerable in our society. So we are really honored to be part of this process of creating housing for veterans. And as was said earlier, I think if every post in New Jersey could build a project like this on their post, we could end veteran homelessness in New Jersey immediately. Now, the process of actually building housing is a difficult process. There's a lot that goes into it. I would love to say that we come here today, we build all the support that we need, and we can get this building up and running in a year. It takes a little bit more than that. So, it does take the community, and I think we want to say a special thank you to the mayor of Westfield and to Westfield for being such a big support in this. There are so many different parts that come into making affordable housing work. One is the property, so having a post, a Legion that is willing to provide their land is a critical component. The next component is having the municipality, the leadership within the town, supporting the work and supporting the project so we can push through the permits and all of the work that needs to, all the approvals that are needed to move forward. The third piece of this work is getting the money to actually pay all of the partners who are doing the work to make this possible, to pay for contractors, to pay for architects, to pay for lawyers, to pay for all of those who are part of the process to make this happen. And that can be challenging because it often takes 5 or 6 different funding sources to make this work, and they all have their own requirements, they all have their own regulations, and figuring out how to weave all of that together can be a challenge. So that's the part where Monarch comes in to provide support to our partners to help navigate all of that. And then the final piece of this, which is never really the end of it, but the final piece of actually getting the building built is making sure that we have the project-based rental assistance that is critical to ensure that any veteran that is coming into this property, no matter what their income, has a safe and decent and stable place to call home where they don't have to worry about where they're getting the money for rent the next month. When we have project-based rental assistance tied to the property, we can ensure that every veteran, if their income is 0 or if their income is $1,000 a month, has the ability to live in this property, has the ability to stay here for their life and build community. Unfortunately, that is a difficult process of getting vouchers. We want to thank Union County for being part of that process with us to secure vouchers for this project. So we're on our way, but of course, as we're trying to pull together the funding, as we're trying to pull together the vouchers, as we're trying to navigate all of these systems, we need support to ensure that we can make sure that this process goes as seamlessly as possible. I do want to thank Ashish Patel from our staff, who's really kind of taken the lead in helping to move this project forward and all of the other projects that we're working on with American Legion Posts. So I will direct you to him for all questions that you have about this process. But we're really looking to do more of this all over the state. We really want to see this project up and running as quickly as possible so we can start to chip away at that number of veterans that we have identified that are experiencing homelessness and continue to do great work. Thank you so much for the invitation, and we're really happy to be part of this. Thank you all.